This is Gilead, Nebraska, population 30-ish people. That is the Pioneers Inn. Built in 1880s, it originally housed railroad workers when the railroad line ran out here. The railroad line is long since gone, and that's not very easy to say. But for the last 37 years, it's been home to the Pioneers Inn, ran by Karen Kelwitz and her family. Earlier this year, in August, a storm came and blew the roof off. There was some debate about whether or not they're going to try to reopen this or give up their restaurant for good, and they decided to go with the option to rebuild the roof. So there have been several fundraisers. We're doing one today. We're going to have a ride from town. We're going to collect donations, $25 to ride. There's a 66-mile route and a 30-mile route. All the donations will go to help rebuild the roof. They have gotten enough money that the work has started on rebuilding the roof, but it's about $100,000 to rebuild the roof on that old building. Small town restaurants and bars are really the backbone of the community, especially here in Gilead, Nebraska, where it is literally the only remaining business in town. Oh boy. Nice. And here we have Matt Hopkin and the original Hopkin, Ma Hopkin.
The better Hopkin.
So how do you guys know Gilead?
Actually, my grandparents lived here.
Yep.
In Gilead?
Mm-hmm. And Matt's grandparents did too.
Emma Hopkins buried out at
Emma
Union.
Schneider is buried out there, but the Gerberdings, which was my maiden name, and his grandparents, the Schneiders, stood up for each other at their wedding.
And you were on the, which ride? Which ride was the SAG stop?
That was Bran.
Bran,
Yeah.
by Mom's house.
Jen Mancuso.
So did he get his bike riding from you?
No.
No, not a bike rider?
Yeah, I love riding bike, but we live on gravel road, so
That shouldn't stop you.
yeah. Well.
Do you know how to do the Hopkin?
I just put a little more curve.
I'm sorry, I can't compete.
She really is the better Hopkin. We're here with Jackie Gregory and Karen Kelwitz, the organizer and the owner of the Pioneers Inn. Quick history of Pioneers Inn. When did you open it?
Well, we opened it in 1986.
And how did you come about the building?
Well, it was up for sale the year before, and it was up for sale in 85. They were going to close down, and we thought we would like to keep it going. So me and Kevin Kortzen and Lyle started a partnership and bought the building, and then we closed it for 6 months to redo all the inside. And then we opened it May 5th of 1986.
And you've been running it ever since?
Yes, I have been.
And so it was a restaurant bar before, or?
Yes, it was called the Box K.
Do you know when that opened?
Well, it had been, the building had been open, like the building was built in 1887, and it was first built to house and feed the railroad workers, and it had been like a general store or a grocery store or something ever since.
And it's the only remaining business in Gilead?
Yes, there's also a post office, and we have our little church.
What do you want to say to everybody that's come out and helped you try to rebuild your roof?
I think it's wonderful, and I thank everybody that's riding their bikes and helping today, and everybody's so supportive. It's just amazing.
And what was the initial cost quotes on the roof?
Initially, it was $130,000 to $150,000, and we got them down to $100,000. So.
And are they building a flat roof again, or is it going to be another pitch roof?
It's going to be a flat roof.
A flat roof?
Yep.
And that's more cost effective?
Yes, I think so.
Sweet. So when is there a date that you plan to be back open and in the Pioneers Inn?
Not at this time. I'm just kind of taking it as it goes.
There you go. But you've been in the community center ever since, so you're still open for business.
I'm still open for business. I'm here 8 to 1 every Monday through Friday, most Saturdays. And then we have a hamburger night on Thursday nights from 5 to 8.
And how much money would you say that you've raised through community efforts and donations?
We have already raised $30,000.
here with Mark Hoffman, co-proprietor of Backroads Bicycle in Marysville, Kansas, with his wife Renee. You guys have been open for what, a year now?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah,
What's bike shop ownership like post-pandemic?
it's been very busy. Bikes were hard to get a hold of. Now they're easier to get a hold of.
Yeah.
So that helps.
And what brands do you carry?
We sell salsa and lots of different used bikes.
And it looked like you guys just recently restored an old GTO for Aaron's wedding.
Yeah. Family car. My mom bought brand new.
What year is that?
68.
Mark Hoffman, restorer of cars, fixer of bikes, proprietor of bike shops, runner of gravel events, truly a mark of all trades. Justin's a spitter, not a swallower. Oh, he swallowed.
Regurgitate.
Oh, it's still in his mouth.
To
Maybe.
friends, to fun, to memories. Cheers.
Cheers. Now you can swallow.
I'll take it out.
Meet my friend, the snake. Oh, he stinks. Oh, gotta make sure he doesn't touch me. He smells like poopy. Jackie, the organizer of this ride. Traditionally, this weekend is supposed to be Nebransas, which it technically still is, but with the things that happened at Pioneers Inn, we decided to do a Gilead version, but Jackie did most of the organization of the ride. What was your thought process behind that?
Well, I love small town bars, restaurants, and Pioneers Inn has always supported Lazy Horse Ride. So when I heard about the roof, and they were trying to raise money, I thought this was the best opportunity to get those people that love going there for the pie to come support them. So it's been great.
And so far we're at about $3,000 and counting.
Yeah, pretty good. And about 25 riders. Pretty good show up, turn out. Weather's great. Couldn't ask for anything better.
It's been a perfect course so far today. 25 riders on the route, but way more than that have donated and given their money and or their time. And I know Karen greatly appreciates it. And I know the town of Gilead greatly appreciates it. Here we are at the weirdest little gas station you'll ever find, just outside of Chester, Nebraska, on the Kansas side of the border off of Highway 81. It is the C&M Supply. Tiny little thing. Matt guarantees that any snack you could ever want will be in this gas station. We're gonna find out.
The phrase is who's your dad?
They did have pretty good snacks. Here's my take.
Are they frozen? They are frozen. Oh my goodness, yes.
Tampons, not from me. So Matt, I don't know that there was every snack imaginable, but it was a pretty good selection. And you say that Ma Hopkin used to work in there?
My mom used to work here in the 80s. So,
In the 80s? So how long is this?
My mom used to take pride in the fact of how many half dollars and silver dollars she bought when she worked here because of how many were turned in when she worked here.
Nice. So how long has this gas station been here?
So there are three. They were used to, this is a Foots gas station before it became 81 Express or whatever it's called now.
C&M Supply.
C&M Supply, okay. So it used to be a Foots, and when a mile back, when we were riding on that gravel, that used to be old 81, and that used to go through downtown
I did notice
Chester.
there was some
and on
pavement.
the north end of Chester, there was a gas station. And then what you see out here is old 81 and Cold Meridian Highway. And if you go about half a mile up, there's a cafe and a truck stop up there that closed several years back when new 81 opened. And this was built on the Kansas side because, you know, Kansas gas was cheaper back then.
Still is, probably.
This side's probably better. Good job. Middle, probably take the middle. Take the middle, take the middle. Right there, go middle. Good job, Pat. Nobody went through this way?
The Nebransas Gilead edition is in the books. By the numbers, it's 64.03 miles, 3,000 feet of climbing, 14:26 for time, total time, or not total time, ride time, 14.4 average. It was hilly, it was windy, but we got her done. What are your thoughts on the route?
Well, I created it, so of course I loved it.
She's lying. Some of those hills at the end were a little brutal. Into the wind.
It's bad. It's the wind.
Yeah, 11-mile-an-hour wind. How was the short course?
It was fun. It was a good time.
What'd you get for total on that?
31.
31 miles.
Yeah, about 12.8, which is about the far
Good deal. And that's a wrap.